Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. So, is Brock Lesnar really done? Well, let's talk about the different scenarios that actually might be true in regards to Brock Lesnar and his potential retirement. Let's go back to night 2 of WrestleMania 42 on Sunday, where Brock Lesnar faces Obafemi. In this perfectly executed match, Brock Lesnar willingly puts over Obafemi and makes Obafemi a star in that moment. We even saw the next night on Raw, Obafemi comes out. He says the ruler has arrived and people are going nuts. He is slated, along with Braun Breaker and probably Trick Williams, to be the future of WWE, to be main eventing WrestleMania after WrestleMania after WrestleMania. Obafemi, Braun Breaker, Trick Williams. Those are your stars of the future. And potentially Ethan Page, I really think he has the juice to do so. But because of that perfectly executed match, Brock Lesnar decided right after that match with Obafemi to sit down and take his gloves off and take his shoes off and basically retire right in the center of that ring. And a lot of people are saying it was an impulse decision. A lot of people are saying WWE had no idea. And here's maybe some evidence that could lead you to believe that Brock Lesnar's decision was an impulsive decision, right? You have Triple H's statements afterwards. You have WWE accounts at the time of their retirement. You have the tribute video kind of felt like a little bit something rushed. Daniel Cormier's reaction. He was scheduled for the Raw after Mania. Michael Cole's reaction in the midst, or along with Wade Barrett and Paul Heyman, and the X mark that he put up. A bunch of stuff suggests that the decision was something no one knew about except Brock himself. Because the rumor was that, yes, of course, Brock Lesnar was going to put over Obafemi in a fantastic match that really, really made Oba. But then, because of how Gunther helped Paul Heyman, the favor essentially was going to be that Gunther gets to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar's career on the line, and Gunther is actually the one that retires Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar retires at SummerSlam in his hometown, and Gunther gets another sort of notch under his belt. So you got Goldberg, John Cena, AJ Styles, and Brock Lesnar as people that Gunther has retired. So that was going to be the story leading into the two-night event of SummerSlam. I think Brock Lesnar kind of got word of that. He got word of what might happen, and he decided to take measures into his own hands. Brock Lesnar kind of said, fuck it, I don't want that, I just want to be done. He didn't want a big thing. He also wanted to go out on his terms. He also knew kind of this match and how great this match was with Obafemi, that maybe he wanted to go out in that regard, and that's how he wanted to play it. I think potentially he got word of what might happen, and he didn't want that. It just looked so real and raw, and some people's arguments against it that WWE knew the whole time was that they could have just turned the lights off, they could have just shut it down. Instead, they played the whole thing for the live audience. Obviously, everyone in the crowd could have seen it, but if they turned all the lights off, you can't really see it, and then the moment kind of goes away, and then it really doesn't have the same effect as you putting all of the camera, the lights stay on, all on Brock Lesnar, so you can see him retiring. One person said, Brock Lesnar cried in front of 55,000 people on live TV taking off his ring gear. Why in the world would he come back to lose to Gunther after making Obafemi into a made man? Brock showed the world a side we never saw, and they think it's fake. Enjoy retirement, beast. I'm kind of inclined to believe with this person. It just felt so raw and organic. Now, of course, if WWE really, really wants him to do this Gunther match, I'm sure they can take some sort of legal action to get there. He might be contractually, anyways, that word, you know what I'm saying. Words are good. Here's my video. Subscribe to the channel. Anyways, he might be contractually obligated to wrestle at SummerSlam based on what he signed. So TKO and WWE could potentially force him with lawsuits and things of this nature for him to actually be at SummerSlam. But obviously that sort of forcing Brock Lesnar to be there doesn't really lead to his best work and probably wouldn't lead to a great match with Gunther. And it just ended so abruptly and impulsively. But I think Brock Lesnar had this in the back of his mind. He's not really a guy who just does things willy-nilly. I think we don't know a lot about Brock Lesnar in his personal life. That's kind of the mystique around Brock Lesnar. He comes in, he kicks ass, he leaves. He's the conqueror. He's the beast. But I know someone like him who's been an athlete, an intense elite athlete his whole life. Athletes like that want to go out on their own terms. At least I did when I was an elite athlete and a professional wrestler. Like, I wanted to go out on my terms, but I also didn't want it to be a big deal. But it is a huge deal because Brock Lesnar is one of the greatest to ever do it. He is the best combat sports athlete we've ever seen with amateur wrestling, and NFL, and UFC, and WWE, and he's a superstar in the WWE. And he deserves his flowers. He deserves that praise. So depending on what's going to happen with SummerSlam and Gunther, which seems unlikely at this point, but you never know. It could happen. It could still work out. This could just all be a work from WWE. I'm hoping that WWE does something big for Brock Lesnar to give him his flowers, kind of like they did AJ Styles, and then maybe you'll see him in the Hall of Fame in 2027, or maybe that'll be John Cena in the Hall of Fame in 2027. It'll be something like that. But as of right now, I believe that was Brock Lesnar's decision. He did it because he wanted to. No one else knew about it, especially Paul Heyman. And it's unlikely at this point that the original plan of him facing Gunther at SummerSlam will happen, but you never know. So as of right now, I'm saying enjoy retirement, Brock Lesnar. Enjoy your family. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for all the work that you've done for WWE. And thank you for putting your body on the line for our entertainment for a very long time. Enjoy yourself, Brock, and we'll see you down the road. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.